Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to explain the concept of a dream of mine, and basically I want to create a spiritual movement. I want to create a movement called the sun, as in the sun in the sky. Why this name? Because the sun represents the light. The light, well, God is the light, right? God is the light, uh, God is love. And it's all about being an example of love and leading by example. So, by being an example of love, you lead by example. You spread awareness, you spread light and love in the world. And actually, more than 10 years ago, I created the New World Movement. It never became anything, but it was always my dream. That's what I'm trying to say. I always had this dream of creating a movement that consists of people that really come from a place of love, and they want to lead by example. They want to create things in the world that basically show others how you can accomplish peace. You can only accomplish peace by coming from a place of love, really. So if you create with love, if you come from compassion and integrity and honesty and so on, just really, like I said, being that example of love, then I think you can achieve a lot and you can inspire others. And I think that will be the only way to create something really beautiful in the world that can have a very positive influence. So let me just sit down. Basically, it has always been my dream to, yeah, to create a community, a community that I guess is eco-friendly, like being respectful towards the environment. We really have to go towards that, like being respectful towards the environment, because we're destroying the earth right now. I think that's very clear. I don't think I need to elaborate on that. So we need to start living in such a way that nature is not being destroyed, and we need to, of course, also be good to each other. So all these wars that we're seeing, like even the recent war between Russia and Ukraine, like of course that does not come from love. That comes from ego. That comes from, yeah, from lust for more power. And basically that is not a good example, because so many people get hurt, so many people become a victim of that greed and lust for power. So many lives are destroyed, and so much suffering is created. So if you would have a person with influence and power who would do the opposite, create peace by just being a person who comes from compassion, who comes from integrity, honesty, who has actual real passion, who has a perception and a view of the world that can solve problems and that can unite rather than divide. So the Sun movement will be a spiritual movement that I'm trying to create that focuses on, um, you know, it's very obvious by now, right? Being an example of love, leading by example, and uniting people through these communities. So I really hope that, one day I can establish that, because I've been dreaming about it for so many years now. It all started with that concept that I created more than 10 years ago. The New World Movement, I believe the slogan was something like co-creating a new world where we can live in unity, peace, prosperity, and freedom. Now, of course, freedom is everything, but how do we create actual freedom? By coming from a place of love. That isn't just always going to be the answer. Love is the answer, and that's what this movement will be about, or is about. It already exists in my mind, it just needs to manifest, right? Because it all starts with us. It all starts with having a dream, having a vision, and then eventually it does manifest. If not in this life, then the next, or whatever. I have a lot of patience. Like I've never given up on my dreams. not even my dream of winning the lottery. It disappeared for a while, but I'm just so in alignment with it now. I'm not gonna give up on that either, and it will be a huge help to starting this movement because, of course, with money you can achieve a lot. So yeah, this is just a quick video about the concept of the sun. I'm gonna make a website. I'm gonna make more videos about it, but I gotta start somewhere, and also for myself, I just gotta kind of like not just write it down, but like create some videos so that I have a clear idea of how I want to get this thing going. And I hope that a lot of people will be interested in joining and yeah, basically creating communities of peace, if you will, that create a lot of positive change. I really think that I should also mention that I think world peace is only possible if you have these communities that lead by example, or even a one world government that just leads as the example, and that unites all the countries and that keeps everything, um, you know, that creates world peace simply by being love and by being the perfect example of that. And then you would need people who are actually capable of being an example of love. Like yeah, right now we have leaders who are almost the opposite. Like if you look at dictators, they are the opposite. They are like the worst examples. So I really hope one day that we will no longer allow such petty, childish people to be in charge. It should always be the other way around. It should be all souls, wise souls that should be in charge. And that makes a huge difference in how the country is going to be run and how happy its citizens are going to be. So I mean that's common sense. Like I'm in Africa right now. I don't understand why they are putting such corrupt people in charge. Are those the only people who are capable of being a politician? Just doesn't make any sense, right? Like we really need to change that. We really need to start giving power to people who actually uh, are not after trying to get as much money as possible. They are after creating a beautiful country. So, anyways, thanks for watching. That was all.